Alright, another one of these half-ass ones. See, I'm in a new GPU now. Haven't had time to set everything up properly. And back to one monitor because, well, the other one was so primitive that these new GPUs don't have that connection. So we're just gonna show the lap and maybe I'll break it out, we'll see. Anyways, the only change was steering ratio 264, my usual, and the brake bias to the minimum. So whatever the master cylinders were, that's what I ended up using. I just lowered the brake bias to its as low as it'll go with that setting. So as usual, second lap. I kind of hate this track ever since they changed it, but I don't know. It can be fun. It just depends what you consider fun. So we'll see this lap. I don't know. We'll see. Alright, there you have it for a 29789, which can fluctuate depending on the track temp. Alright, I forgot to mention the weather, so here we go. 79 air temp and 101 track temp, which, if you put 10 more degrees there, say 111 track temp, I could not get to the 8s, though I'm sure somebody can because I was close. And like in the 90s, down to the 6s, and then like 80s, you'll be like close to the 4s, 3s and 4s. And I'm not even sure this line is the same. I've seen others do different methods, but this is what I'm doing. So we're gonna make our way into 1. Let me just kind of pause it here because everything begins off 4 as usual, but we're looking at this red AAA. The logo on the wall, these 2 striped lines, or dotted lines I would say. And that's kind of where we're aiming. Let me, go forward a little bit. You can see I'm not getting all the way out to the right now. That can be both my design, and plus I might have just turned in early, but I've seen people do this line much better than I have, but there's also some that swing out wide. And I found with this setup, swinging out wide seems to add some right rear tire wear, because you can actually hear it scrub. And the banking seems to begin a little more to the left versus over here. It's just weird. I don't know how to explain it. Kind of just grabs itself better. Though you can use that line to get a nice, better entry, which will actually help center off. Whereas my line here kind of hurts the exit a tiny bit, but that actually might help 3 and 4 in this weather. So if you get cooler, it's a different story. So let me slow-mo it because I'm starting to brake close to this Texas logo here on the right, which you'll see probably right about here. See, I'm getting off the gas, and I'm already turning. I've been turning since I was side by side with that wall. And you'll see this is like a tiny amount of brake, and I'm at a downshift too. Right about there. Just enough brake to get it to slow down. I let it roll the rest of the way. Then I kind of use the throttle here to turn the car, because for some reason if you stay off it too long, it won't turn, but if you gradually come back to it, it will. And you see how low I am here. And I'm going to keep it pretty low. Just follow basically the groove. This is kind of how the old Texas was too. You didn't want to really track out wide like I did there, but that was the best we're going to do. So I'm in 4th gear, and you're going to be ringing that gear for a little bit. Just turn 3 comes up, and this one's a little different. I shifted. And normally I'm aiming right for this last dot on the line there. But you can be more out here where I'm turning in now. For qualifying, that's what I'm doing. But for race trim, I'm more in. Again, the similar to turn 1, the banking kind of helps you get there, and it just gives you less stress on the right front. So if you're loose, that might not be the way to go, but here we're not even going to touch the brake. I'm already in 5th gear. I'm going to start lifting once I kind of get over the crest here, where the banking goes from, where you go from flat to banking. Lifting just enough to get it down to the white line, then I'm back on the throttle. In fact, this will happen so quick, just play it full. And you can see I'm just on throttle. Now the 111 track tip I mentioned, that's not happening at full throttle. But there you go. for a nice half-assed track guide, but I'm ordering a little monitor, so hopefully this next week will be like I used to have them, because I always had a second screen, but whatever. Anyways, yeah.